they're infiltrating, they're trying to find out intel, they're trying to get to the bottom of a case here, and I like that. A lot, a little bit too much comedy for me personally this episode, but that's just such a minor complaint. Who cares? I know that the deeper we unravel this mystery, the more serious and the more tension it's going to build, Hey guys, this is a clip from our podcast. We're going to leave it linked above, so check out the full show, and don't forget to leave a thumbs up and subscribe. Thanks, guys. Let's get into the roundup. We have Demon Slayer, Entertainment District Arc, Episode 2. What did you make of this week's episode of Demon Slayer, Germs?
A lot of flashiness this episode, that's for sure. And then some nice little comedic moments with them trying to auction off the girls to these houses.
Yeah, this episode is a lot more comedic. I mean, I like Demon Slayer has always been comedic. It's that typical, shonen mix of comedy and action, but it feels like Demon Slayer is very comedic nowadays, especially this episode. Man, it was like funny all the way throughout. But let's get into the actual content of the episode. We're actually dabbling into the new arc now. What do you make of it?
Yeah, I thought it was a little interesting. I think they see little tidbits, like, oh, why do we need, we need that, we had that foundation. Now it's like, okay, what are we trying to do here? It's like, oh, my wives have infiltrated these 3 different households, and now we gotta go. They haven't responded, so we gotta go find what's up with them, So now it's
and
like, okay, this makes sense.
Zenitsu does not like the term wives. He gets all pissed off at that.
Well, I think he's just jealous.
He's jealous. Yeah, he's jealous. And so they enter the red light district, and all chaos ensues, man. I like it's gonna sound stupid, but I really do like the setting of this new arc. It's refreshing, and I'm curious. Like, I like the infiltration aspect, as you mentioned. How are they gonna kind of infiltrate these brothels and find the demons? We know. What's her name? We have Makio. Is that it?
Yep, Makio.
We know that very much, right there at the end, we know that she is being held captive. She's looking fire. Just got to say that. Looking great. But yeah, so a little bit of a tease there. And so the gang is dressed up as girls now. I thought that was hilarious. I like that Inosuke he's not wearing makeup anymore because he has such feminine features that he just automatically passes as a girl.
But just can't talk because that voice is I thought that was hilarious. It's
exactly.
It's like, oh, I could see Tanjiro passing or Zenitsu. You make him just give that high voice, but not our boy not him, not Inosuke. So I love how that they have the last back. It's like, oh, she's quiet, It's like yeah, it's very interesting. I just wanted to go back to the beginning, of the episode, and just I think they really did well. Just like with Konosuba, to me, when there were some comedic moments where they just they turned down the quality bar in the good way, where they made them a little bit more simplistic, a little bit more dumb looking, but in when it's comedic scenes, it's perfect. But then once the flashy, Sailor Moon looking, posing and stuff, I was like, okay, then they turn up the bar, but they know just when they turn the bar enough, so they, you have the low polygon, them just, doing random chatter. So I think they really did that well, because I was, obviously there's no way that any studio could ever be at 100% of animation all the time, So I think they found the perfect times to okay, this is when, just make it, not choppy looking, but just a lot faster.
It numbs it down. I mean, when I was watching it, it looked like an American cartoon to me, right? It doesn't have that Japanese anime feel. But again, that's for the comedic moments. It totally fits.
And then once it gets serious, then
it comes right back, and it's perfect. It makes the comedic moments even funnier. It enhances it. You know what I mean? So certainly not a drawback at all. It's actually changing up the animation style, but kind of playing to your own strength. I mean, making it funny. And like you said, Ufotable, even though they are the god tier animation studio right now, they're not all perfect. So if that lightens the load for them to give us comedic moments like that, but I'm happy with that, because the rest, I mean, it still looks good. Yeah. Even when they tone it down, it still looks fire as always,
Mm-hmm.
And Yeah, so solid episode. We're finally getting into, man, every time like I got through this episode, I'm like, I'm hyped. I'm hyped. Like the first episode did that for me. The second episode has done that for me. I just want to see where they take it. I know Tanjiro was, because they're all looking for their own individual wife, right? So I know Tanjiro was on to
A little bit of a trail.
he was onto something there, right? Like they think that she I forget the term they use, but they basically believe that she ran away and that the suspicion they had was this journal, but even Tanjiro was like, well, couldn't that have been forged? You know what I mean? Like, is that the demons kind of orchestrating that? Maybe they found out. And I don't think that was Makio. I think they were talking about another wife. Is that correct?
Because Inosuke is with the Makio, because that's what was at the end. He was going up the stairs because he heard something.
Yeah, that hallway. Right. So maybe they have that wife captured too. I don't know, but I like that they are having a little bit of a thriller sense to this season. So I'm very excited to see where it goes. I'm very excited for the situational comedy, them being girls, and yeah, it looks like a blast, dude. Looks like a blast.
Yeah, just like the perfect mix of like, you can have the it's the situation where you could still have those funny moments of them being girls, but then on a dime, it could probably switch up. Now it's like, oh, I really have to act like a girl, or I'm gonna be killed, or something. Someone's gonna like be like, wait a second, you don't seem like a girl, and then like trying to brush it off or something. So it's a nice situation we got here where we can have a little bit of comedic, but at the same time, when it needs to, we can get to that serious and spicy moments. Especially now with they're looking for people, so a lot of things can happen here.
Yeah, and like I said, I think that there's sort of a thriller aspect to it, right? They're going undercover. They're infiltrating these I want to say whorehouses, but whatever term you want to use for back in the day in Japan, but they're infiltrating. They're trying to find out intel. They're trying to get to the bottom of a case here, and I like that. A little bit too much comedy for me personally this episode, but that's just such a minor complaint. Who cares? I know that the deeper we unravel this mystery, the more serious and the more tension's going to build. So. And I want to see how Uzui comes into it too. I mean, he looks like a badass. I'd like to see him, kind of like how we had Rengoku fight in the last arc. I'd like to see, how does he get down? Is he going to have to step up and save them or fight his own demons or, so I like the intrigue of his character as well. So all in all, very good setup, I'd say.
Yeah, I agree as well. I'm interested to see because, they haven't let us down so far, but, we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah, so guys and gals, the weebs out there, all the Demon Slayer fans out there, comment down below. Were you hyped for this episode, and are you hyped for the rest of this season? We are anime only, so we are experiencing this for the very first time. And so, yeah, let us know what you thought of this week's episode.